All right, we're live. Kyle Hunter here, going to talk about some college football, some Major League Baseball. If you guys want to chat about something else, jump in the chat, ask any questions about anything coming up, and we'll try to chat about that. I'm not going to stay on here too long. We'll keep it pretty brief, but going to try to get some good information across to you. Hopefully, you can help out, help you win some extra bets, gain some knowledge in some way. Hope you guys have had a good week thus far, and we're gonna try to let's look at the college football first for today. I do have a play on Western Kentucky and Sam Houston State. Um, I also don't really have a strong lean on Florida International and UTEP, but I did want to show you just a little bit here. I'll show the screen. All right. Florida International and UTEP. Some wind in this one, a little bit windy in El Paso, 14 miles per hour wind. You can even see the direction of the wind there, be at the back of one side. So that could make some difference as far as the total we've seen. Total's gone down quite a bit, 52.5 down to 47. I don't think I'd take under at this point because of that move. Probably a little bit too much. I'm going to look at see what my number was here real quick. I had 51 to start with. That's not accounting for any kind of weather. So UTEP's offense has been atrocious. I mean, 0 rushing plays of 20 yards or more in the entire season. The only team that is that way. That's just wild to me. Bobby, hey man, good to see you as well. Thanks for being in here. Hopefully this is helpful. Bobby's on he was in the chat for the BetUS college football show that I did with Gary and Parker. Man, that's a fantastic time. The chat was on fire today. So that's just the comments in there were fun as could be. All right, so I'm kind of pausing a little bit before I go with a free play for today because I see more people joining, a lot of people watching here on X right now. Appreciate everybody who's watching. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, do go over there and subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more often I'm going to do things like this. Certainly encourages me to see the numbers go up. All right, so I think I would probably take, if forced to take FIU UTEP, I would probably take the points with UTEP, but I would have to hold my nose when I did it. I'm not going to bet that. Some people just like to hear my lean on something. That would be my lean. All right, let's get to the baseball game. I got a free play for this one. I do like this one. I already put my money on this. So here is Walker Buehler against Severino, Dodgers Mets tonight. Total of 7.5. I am going to take the Mets team total over 3.5 in this one. I think this is a good bet. I mean, I will share this tab. Look at Walker Buehler and how he's done against the Mets in his history. This is Baseball Savant, which I highly recommend. Definitely a great tool. Pete Alonso, 4 home runs and 14 at bats. Some people probably betting Pete Alonso home run props at this point. I've seen worse bets that could be made. Might do a little bit of that myself just to see for fun. I don't know what the price is, so not sure. But I'm definitely betting team total over. I already did bet team total over for the Mets. Walker Buehler was a good pitcher for a long time. He has a major injury, comes back, is not even close to the same pitcher that he used to be. I mean, his form has been terrible. And this is usually, this is him in the past, 378 WOBA for the Mets. So when he was good, the Mets were hitting him well. Now he's worse. I have to take over in this one. I mean, this is Walker Buehler looked terrible in his last start. I don't trust him to be able to get out of this without a decent amount of damage. And the Dodgers bullpen is not the best bullpen out there. The Dodgers are a fantastic team. They'll probably win it all. Dodgers or Yankees probably. But the Dodgers' strength is not their bullpen. And their starting pitching, I mean, it shows how thin they are at starting pitching because of injuries that Walker Buehler is even getting this start. I think Mets Team total over is a good bet on this one. Bobby, yes, I do lean Mets money line as well. I just like the team total a little bit more because I trust them to score. Severino has good numbers at home this year, but Severino is a bit inconsistent. It makes me a little bit leery of trusting him. And obviously, the Dodgers are a fantastic offense. They could go off at any point. So I like the Mets team total over a good amount. That's my free play here for today. I could go more in depth on this one, but I'm going to try to get to some other games as well. So I'm going to stay at the broader level here and just say, look at Buehler's past, look at what he's been doing lately. You can look at his game logs. He has not been pitching well. The Mets offense is solid. Lindor, I think, could do some damage in a game like this. Alonso, like I said, you can see Lindor doesn't have much history against him. Marte has got a couple hits off of him. It's not a huge sample size by any means, but 7 home runs and 80 at-bats as a team, 21 hits, only 18.4% strikeout percentage. Buehler has been not nearly as good. His command's not there like it used to be. So I'm taking Mets, team total over 3.5. That's my free play here. Let's go back to this tab and let's look at football games for the next couple days a little bit. Boston College, Virginia Tech. We talked about this one on the BetUS College Football Show. If you're not already subscribed to the BetUS College Football Show, I don't know why you're not, but you definitely go over to that channel and subscribe to it. 2 great shows every single week. And now they're doing a Saturday show also with Jeff Nadeau and Doug Kazarian, which I know will be a lot of fun too. So check that one out over there on the BetUS College Football Show. Me, Parker, and Gary, 2 days a week on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then Saturday, they'll be doing that show with Jeff and Doug. All right. Bobby, yeah, shout out. Best midweek show out there. I like to think that it's a solid show, and I know we have a great following. Definitely appreciate people like you who are tuned in. All right. Boston College, Virginia Tech. We talked about this one. Boston College +7 is my lean here. I think I'm going to bet some money personally on this one. I think Virginia Tech's just a little bit overvalued at this point based on what they did against Miami, and that Stanford, really banged up team, blowout win, and that doesn't mean as much to me. Castellanos is a bit inconsistent. I've seen worse bets than betting Boston College on the money line here because I think there's variance in this game. Let's see what kind of prices we have for the money line. +250 circa, +210. Boy, big difference. Shop around for sure. +230. I think somewhere in the +235, 240, anything like that is probably worth it here because there's enough variance that I could see Boston College winning this game. Castellanos can turn it over at times. Boston College has been well coached this year. 2 teams that I like pretty well in general. I just think 7's a lot of points. Georgia State and Marshall, slightly into the over here. Marshall's playing with pace. They just absolutely collapsed in their last game. How do you lose the fourth quarter 21-0 and blow a game? I don't know. I wouldn't want to lay points with them because what can your mindset be after that? You see here on Bet Labs quite a few angles that do favor Georgia State on this one. Let's take a quick look at one of these just for some fun. Numbers going up a lot. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button. That helps me out as well for sure. And if you guys haven't already been checking them out, check out my Twitter X Spaces on Friday nights. I'm going to do that again this week, probably like 10:30, 10:45. We'll have a panel on there discussing the Saturday games. That's always fun. All right. This is an angle that is backing Georgia State here. You're looking at a team that has a low ATS win percentage against a team with a really high ATS win percentage. You can see year by year, this has done very well, kind of stair-stepping up. Just betting this is between game 5 and 14 of the year, 55.5%, ROI of 7.7%. A lot of money won doing this. So while I don't think that this is, just a thing that I would blindly bet constantly, I think it's something to consider. We'll see the current system plays. You can see this is Georgia State, Florida State, Oklahoma State. Boy, some ugly ones, obviously. It's tough to take some of these. Arizona, Georgia. That's interesting, seeing Georgia against Texas. I'm curious what you guys watching would think of that Georgia-Texas game. I don't know what to make of that. I sure am excited to see it. But I think these are pretty cool stats. And this is this is a game for, if you look at Georgia State and Marshall, that I would lean over and lean Georgia State. Denver and New Orleans and the NFL, and then yeah, let me. What's up, Canes Nation? Thanks for tuning in here. I'm gonna shoot you over to the BetUS College Football Show to hear my thoughts on the Sam Houston game. I did give that one out over there. And then I leaned UTEP plus the points, but man, hold your nose. I don't want to bet the UTEP game very much at all. Bobby, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, the Friday night show is fun. A lot of fun. Yeah, ESPN had Marshall at 99.9 win percentage with 4 minutes left. Just an absolute implosion. How can you bet a team after that? If they win and cover the spread, good for them, but I can't bet it. All right, Denver and New Orleans. I'm going to share this tab again here real quick. All right. I don't know what to make of the percentages. I think this is overrated. The people that pay a lot of attention to this, but 58% of the bets on Saints, 65% of the money on the Broncos. I also question how accurate these numbers are, what the books are doing with these percentages, but I know some people are interested in it. I would lean Denver here. I just feel like you're not getting a very good value anymore. -2.5, -120. It's getting really up there. As far as the total, under 37. 37 so low, though. It's hard to bet. And New Orleans defense looked bad last week. Probably not a game I'm going to bet, to be honest. So real quick here, I'll just touch on, if you guys do have any other games, let me see, Fox. Am I not at 1080? I'll have to check on that on the settings here. Okay, while I'm live, I can't change that. I will change it for next time, though, Fox. Thanks for mentioning that. So if you have any questions about any of these, Fox, or anybody else about these angles or trends, DM me at Kyle Hunter Picks on Twitter. I'm happy to help you out with what some of those said and what that would mean if you can't view it that well. But other games this week, Florida State, Duke. Lean Florida State. Hate that I lean Florida State. Low total, 3.5. I would lean them more heavily. 3, probably pass. I know Parker and Gary took BYU against Oklahoma State, -9.5. Hard to disagree with that. Provo late night magic has been just insane. I mean, ask Kansas State about that. And then, other than that, Oklahoma State changing quarterbacks. Oklahoma State on the line has been really weak, offensive and defensive line. I just do not see this being a good spot to bet them, but 9.5 is getting up there as well. Fresno State, Nevada, I lean over 50.5. Both these defenses are weak enough that's my lean. I didn't quite bet it because this is a slow-paced game. You're going to need some big plays because the pace will be very slow. We did have a question too. I got to get out of here soon. The kids are going to be coming home on the bus, so I will be jumping off here soon as well. But S had a question on Kansas State and West Virginia. Kansas State, West Virginia. Let's see what the line is here. 3, I believe. Yeah, 355.5. Kleiman's hard to bet against. He's covered spreads pretty consistently, but Kansas State on the road with Avery Johnson's not been very good. I think I leaned to the under in this game the most. My number here was 54. Yeah, 54. So nothing big. I have Kansas State -3.5. I'm pretty close to the spread. Not really loving anything on this one. Canes, I appreciate that. Always love the feedback like this, and I try to be honest and transparent all the time. People can run around and say, "Oh, tout." I really don't sell myself very much at all. I'm trying to give away information. If you want to buy plays from me, you can. You certainly don't have to. Try to make this fun. Try to help everybody out. The goal is to help people win. Bobby, real quick here. Bobby loving the MAC. All right. Buffalo and Western Michigan. I think Buffalo's an under team. I think Western Michigan's an over team. So I don't know what to do on the total on that one. I'm really torn. EMU and CMU. Emish, horrible showing last week. I don't know. I mean, Eastern Michigan, not very talented. Creighton is such a good coach, though. I'm trying to see what the current line is for that one. Eastern Michigan laying 3.5. I don't lay points with Eastern Michigan. I bet them as a dog. I would lean Central Michigan plus 3.5, thinking that game goes right down to the wire. All right. We've been on here a little over 15 minutes. Hope this was helpful. If you guys have any more questions, you can drop them in the comments on YouTube. You can send me a message at Kyle Hunter Picks on Twitter. Remember the free play too. My favorite of the ones we've talked about here. Mets team total over 3.5 here for tonight. I already bet it. We'll see if that can come through here for tonight against Walker Buehler. Guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Good rest of the week. Tune into that Twitter X Spaces on Friday night at 10:30, 11 o'clock, somewhere in there. We'll be breaking down the Saturday college football card. Also tune into the BetUS College Football Show. 2 live streams we already did for the week with a lot of thoughts on a lot of games. All right. Best of luck, everybody, this week. Thanks for tuning in.